Hi, this is Healing with Sunshine, and I feel called to bring forth a message today with my angel cards. This is the very first set of, tarot cards that I ever really had, and it made me feel less threatened because they were, angel cards. So I don't know if that makes anyone else feel less threatened by it or not, but here goes nothing. Alrighty, the King of Fire. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. That is a beautiful card. It's like riding a dragon. Or she, I can't really tell. He, I think. Oh yeah, it says king. It probably is a he on there. But anyway, riding a dragon. The dragon breathes fire. So that's a weapon in and of itself. The sword right there, or maybe that's a wand, I guess. Has the fire. So that's a really good and strong place to start. The King of Fire. Let's expand on that and see where this is going. I don't really know where I'm going with the reading. I was just bringing forth what shows up. Oh, the Nine of Air. I love this one because it has unicorns on it. I think unicorns are magical, and they always imply, just magical fantasy and things like that. But it looks like, to me, this one right here is in that time, but expecting the worst and self-fulfilling prophecies and sleepless nights. Those are not good things. So this King of Fire, and it's also air. So, I mean, that it's like that air is fueling that fire, and that the King of Fire is, ready to charge all the time, but then there is this expecting the worst. So it's like, I feel like this guy is spinning in his head here and not using that motivation and ambition in the way that's intended, because of the fact that it's creating so much fire with all of this worrying. There's no point in always expecting the worst. And I feel like that's what this guy's doing. He's got all of this ability and no self-talk that supports it. It's really a choice. It's really a choice how we talk to ourselves and what we focus on, and whether we're always ready for a fight or whether we're, ready to just flow into what's next for us. The World. Look at that. The World card. That is like everything. This is time. This is a time to change. There's a sudden move forward. There is fortune on your side. So this air card sitting here does not make a whole lot of sense, because this guy's sitting here spinning all these horrible thoughts and preparing for the worst, when in all actuality he has the full ability to choose the best. Because the wheel, I mean, it's like you can just spin the wheel and it ends up anywhere, right? And you could anywhere, anything. It's the world is your oyster at that point. And that's Archangel Michael in there as well, which Archangel Michael means protection. That's like the guardian angel that protects everyone. So you can definitely call on Archangel Michael when you need assistance in those times where you're feeling when you're feeling unsafe, which I guess would be those times when you're spinning those thoughts. If you're spinning thoughts, then you can't come to the change. You can't be there. You can't find it. There's more air cards. An unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation and review everyone's motives. So I think that actually speaks volumes. We have every single person on this planet has made an unwise choice. Every single one of us. And I think that, this guy up here has all this magic around him and the ability to do pretty much whatever because he's got this card. But I think this unwise choice is what he's stuck on. And it doesn't even seem like it was, maybe it was recent, maybe it wasn't. But if he can't stop spinning, he doesn't have the opportunity. And it's funny though, because I'm talking about this one, him spinning in his head, and it's the wheel. So that's kind of funny. And maybe he just needs to direct the wheel. Wow, more air cards. This is a lot of the end of a difficult situation. Woohoo! Embrace the change and expect things to get better now. Recovery from an addiction. That is like the best air card, and that comes right underneath of the 9 of air, which is the spinning and the change. So it's come full circle. So why we're sitting here, just investing all of this time reviewing motives and all of that, we could be just getting over the fact that we made an unwise choice and that everybody makes an unwise choice at some point. I mean, seriously, it's wasted time. It's definitely wasted time to, maybe that is the unwise choice, is wasting all of this time spinning when you could be doing something fantastic. There's all kinds of time and things to be doing with it, and it's just all in this relentless contemplation. It is, it's like relentless. And this individual doesn't want to change that. They just keep saying, that's the way I am, it's the way I am. Well, it just seems silly to use this kind of energy to just tear yourself apart. You're using this motivation and the ambition of this king of fire, and it's fire, to destroy yourself. That's really what it is. Because this has the opportunity to go anywhere. Just spin the wheel and go. Follow the direction. Where does your heart desire? Where do you want to be? What do you want to do? Figure that out. But thank goodness we are getting to the end of that. I'm really happy for you. Those are hard places to be. Oh, 4 of water. Missing an opportunity. Open your eyes to the possibilities. This person right here, well, it's a mermaid. Sorry, not a person. A mermaid. So this mermaid has these chalices down here and is looking at all of those. And there's water in all of them. 3 good choices, but there's this choice over here that choice is prettier. It has more gold on it. It has a little fish right there. It has all of this fancy engraving on the glass. I just think that this is the opportunity that's going to be missed because we're focusing on all of this. This focus, this is fine. I mean, it's not a bad choice. There's 3 choices here. There's 3 things to do, whatever. But there's magic over here. This is where I think that fire can be found, really, is over in this fancy little cup. Just a thought, because that is directly underneath of the wheel. What can we do for this poor king? Let me find something else here. This one. What can we do to help this masculine energy that is spinning thoughts and unable to forgive himself for whatever choice that he made that wasn't wise? What can we find in here to help him understand that the situation is over? It is over. He doesn't have to keep, doesn't have to keep doing that anymore. Prosperity. Your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. There you go. Use some of that ambition and create your prosperity. There's so much prosperity to be had, and people just don't see it. And that's crazy to me that people can't see that there's the ability to create all around you. It's everywhere. And support. Life fully supports you. And here we go. Maybe that goes underneath of, the expecting the worst and the end of the difficult situation. That's it. The support is there. The support's always been there. You just have to ask for it. Sometimes we just don't see what's right in front of us. But so there is support, and it's good support. It's healing support. It's loving support, sheltering, almost a motherly kind of a feel. Maybe it is your mother or another female that's very supportive of you. Or maybe both. There could be more. Environmentalist. You're an earth angel who was born to protect, nurture, and teach. Sorry, I should wear my glasses. And teach about nature and the animals. This, I don't really know why, but this brings me to like the zoo. Maybe it's the nature and the animals. We spend a lot of time in nature and going to zoos and things like that. And for some reason, that is what is coming to mind with this young girl. She's got her wings open. She's ready to spread her wings and she's going to fly. And she's so peaceful. She's excited about her future. Feel the lavender behind her. Very guided. Getting out into nature. You know what? Spending that time with those animals and doing those things, that is where you are going to find your change. Your change comes mentally first. It comes in through your thoughts. Changing your thoughts is where you are going to find the support, the prosperity, the direction of your path. It's all right there if you just get outside of your head. Do not spend so much time spinning thoughts that are not helpful to you. They're not helpful. You need to spend thoughts that are good for you and that are generating growth and creativity. There's so much abundance out there for you, and you're just not seeing it. If you could just change your perspective, I say this a lot, just shift your focus this far. Try it. You know, I'm looking at you right here and I look right here. It's a completely different picture between looking right here and looking right here. It's just different. Completely different. Same place. Didn't even have to move my feet. This is important. You need to stand up. You need to realize that there's a whole lot of support around you. There's a whole lot of love around you. It is there. It is there. Let's pull. I'm going to pull a mudra card. I don't usually use these except during yoga, but we will sum it up with a mudra. Here we go. Here we go. This is perfect. What a perfect card to get. This is how you're going to change your thoughts. This is how you're going to keep from spinning nearly as much as you're going to have thankfulness. And you are going to decide what you are going to think about. You are going to feel overwhelming gratitude for all that already is, instead of this feeling of lack when you're just surrounded by support and love and beauty. So this one goes like this. Hold on, I have to look at the back of it. Okay. Maybe like this. So just practice holding your hands. It may be like this. I can't really tell from the picture. I think it might actually be more like this. But just holding that. And when I do this one, I kind of think of this as, you know, this is God's hands and it's just holding me. It's holding me safe. It's holding me tight. All I have to do is open my wings. And there's freedom. Always protected, but always free. The only place that is keeping you where you are is your own head. So remember that. This is Healing with Sunshine, and I thank you for listening.